What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. As we know, it's been a crazy few days in the NBA world, a lot of interesting trades, and we had the NBA draft go down last night, where the Portland Trailblazers with the 3rd overall selection selected Scoot Henderson. And under any normal circumstances, I would be super happy about having Scoot Henderson as a Blazer, but there's something that's just not sitting right with me, and we'll talk about that once again in the video. But today, like I said, we will be doing a Scoot Henderson Portland Trailblazers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 63% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so you do fall into that 63%. Want to change that? That would be amazing. And of course, we have a lot of different rebuilds planned with everything that has gone down, from the Jordan Poole to the Wizards thing, Chris Paul and the Warriors, Porzingis Celtics. There's a lot we have planned, but let's start with the Portland Trailblazers. And the way I want to, segue into this and talk about, just go on a little bit of a rant. I might timestamp this, because if you want to hear me talk about why I'm a little upset, then I might timestamp where we actually get to the rebuild. But let's segue into a couple of screenshots. I want to show you guys on why I'm kind of upset about what happened last night. So like I said, if you don't care to hear me talk about why I'm upset, you can just skip to the timestamp where we start the rebuild. But let's read this quote from Joe Cronin. "We want to be a championship level as soon as possible. We're borderline anxious to push all of our chips in. We can't wait for things to happen. It just hasn't come up yet. It's my job not to make a big mistake. Big mistake, get the wrong guy." That's fine, right? You want to make your smart moves. That's great. I understand that. And then let's talk about this other one, where right after you won the 3rd overall pick, you send this email to all your ticket holders or season ticket holders. "We've secured the number 3 pick. Our basketball ops team is working behind the scenes to improve our roster and build a team ready to compete alongside Damian Lillard, who's at his best season to date last year. Stay tuned. This offseason is sure to be exciting." In exit interviews, Damian Lillard said he did not have an appetite to play with 19-year-olds anymore. Didn't want to do that. And this team forced him to sit out this season because we were going to get him help with whatever draft pick we got with the 3rd overall pick. And we didn't even take calls on the 3rd overall pick. We told the Pelicans that Scoot Henderson wasn't even available. Damian Lillard has done nothing but been loyal to this franchise when we didn't even deserve it. And for the last 2 years, over a decade, whatever you want to call it, we've been telling this man, don't worry, we're going to get you the help you deserve. Don't worry. If you sit out this season and you obviously take this season off where we could have made the playoffs, I know we wouldn't have gone far, but we were still in the thick of things when we started the tank, that we could have technically made the play-in or the playoffs, which I'm not saying that would have been the right direction, but still, we still could have done it, because you know how competitive of a guy Damian Lillard is. But we told him, we are going to get you your help this offseason, and if we get that draft pick, we're going to be able to take a big swing to get you help. And what do? We draft his replacement instead. That does not sit right with me. You've been lying to this guy when he's done nothing but be loyal to us. That doesn't sit well with me. I don't like it one bit. And apparently Cronin, I watched the press conference yesterday. Apparently Joe Cronin is convinced that Dame is going to be okay with this, and he doesn't expect him to leave. I don't understand that whatsoever. This Dame Scoot thing, we have 4 guards right now that all deserve minutes. I have no idea how he plans on building a contender from this. There's no way. There's no shot this team is about to be a contender after this. Like, there's a chance that, because Dame is so loyal, that he wants to stay. But honestly, at this point, I think this man should just leave. He should just get out while he can, because I'm sick of this team lying to him. I'm sick of this team telling him they're going to do things when they're really not even ever planning to do things. I'm over it. It doesn't sit well with me. Like I said, in any under normal circumstances, if they were just transparent with all of us in Dame, that like, hey man, we just want to rebuild. We're not really trying to go all in for you. We're just not. That's not our path we want to take. Tell him that then. Just tell him that. Tell us that. Whatever. Just, you don't have to tell us that, because obviously you want to be able to show, a poker face and stuff. But like, still, Dame has been in interviews and he's just been telling the world that he thinks we have the pieces and the assets to get something done, and we just never even tried. The only good trade that Joe Cronin has made is getting Jeremy Grant, and Jeremy Grant had a handshake agreement with Detroit to send him wherever he wanted, and Dame recruited him to Portland. That's the one thing we have done. That's it. Everything else, we traded Norman Powell and Robert Covington for literally nothing. And if Dame leaves, the CJ McCollum trade is going to read as CJ McCollum for Chris Murray, because Jeremy Grant's probably going to walk for nothing. I hope you guys understand why I'm so upset. That's just, it does not sit right with me. But regardless, let's get into this Scoot Henderson Trailblazers rebuild. I apologize for my tangent, but I had to go off, man. I had to go off. All right, so we're back in 2K. I'm glad I got all that off my chest. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from. But regardless, I went ahead and did that Damian Lillard trade. I don't see Dame staying, honestly. After all this, there's no shot, right? There's just absolutely no way he wants to stay after all this. And I don't even know how that would work. I don't. So maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong at this point. I'm starting to accept the fact that this is gone. This is a done deal. But I feel like Dame has listed 2 teams, obviously like Miami and Brooklyn. I think Miami would give him the best chance to compete. I think Brooklyn has way more to offer, in my personal opinion. But I think Miami has the better team that would help Dame compete for a championship. I don't think Tyler Hero makes any sense in Portland. I've been saying that. It would just be the same problem all over again. So instead, I guess we're basically getting a bunch of draft picks. I flipped Tyler Hero to Orlando for 2 firsts and Jonathan Isaac. Does Orlando want Tyler Hero? I have no clue. I don't know who wants Tyler Hero. So the trade is not great, but that's just kind of what I did. So Tyler Hero goes to Orlando, and then you got Jovic, Jaime Jaquez, and every first that Miami could offer. I think they offer pick swaps as well, but 2K doesn't really let you do that. It doesn't let you do that with every single pick. And then we got 2 firsts from Orlando. So will the Orlando Magic want Tyler Hero? I have no idea. But regardless, this is what we're looking like now. Dame is gone, and Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe is our backcourt of the future, which again is very, very exciting. Don't get me wrong. But as I pointed out, that's why I just can't fully be excited about it, just because of the lies that this team has been telling us and telling Dame. But like I said, Jeremy Grant probably gone. If Dame is gone, I don't think he's staying around. I think he'll go sign with a different team. There's a world where Portland's able to sign and trade him if he cooperates, I guess, or if a team cooperates or a team with no cap space wants him. But I don't see that being a thing. I think he's probably going to leave for nothing. I honestly have a feeling if Dame were gone, we're probably losing Jeremy Grant for nothing. So I'm going to let that happen. Grant is gone. So let me accept that now that Dame is gone, Jeremy Grant's gone. So yeah, I'm also going to renounce Matisse Thybulle because I think Matisse Thybulle would be better on a contending team with what he brings on the defensive end. So I think literally all I'm going to do is re-sign Eubanks to a 2-year deal. And I'm also going to re-sign Reddish to like a 1-year deal. And that's it. That will be our off season. It's not great at all, but yeah. I mean, obviously we're going to be in tank mode now. This team's not going to be very good for quite some time. So that's probably what it's going to be looking like. So now you have Scoot Henderson, Keon Johnson, Anthony Simons, and then Shaedon Sharpe. You got Ryan Rupert as well. You have Jonathan Isaac, Cameron Reddish, Duncan Robinson, Jaime Jaquez, and Chris Murray. And you have Nasir Little, Jovic, Kevin Knox, and then Eubanks, Wofford, and Trendon, Wofford, Nurkic, and Eubanks. So yeah, the team is very, very bad. So let's go to player progression. We got, let's see, we got Simons up to an 86, which is great. Shaedon Sharpe up to an 81. Isaac to a 79. Nasir Little, Reddish is up. So that's all really cool. But let's get straight into this next season, shall we? Because this is about to be a full-on tank job. I think we're going to be really good pretty soon here in 2K, just with how good Scoot Henderson is right away. And Shaedon Sharpe develops really nicely. So I think we'll turn it around pretty fast. But in real life, we'll see what happens. But let's get straight into this next season, and let's see where we're at. So we need to cut 7. Oh, we have 17 players right now. Let me fix that real quick. So going into next season, this is what the rotation is probably going to look like. They do want to start Anthony Simons over Shaedon, or they want, yeah, I think I'm going to have Shaedon Sharpe come off the bench as a 6-man. I don't know if I'll be keeping Simons throughout the video, but obviously right now our guard rotation is Scoot, Simons, and Shaedon Sharpe. You also have Jonathan Isaac at the 3 and Nasir Little at the 4. Not sure what I'll be doing. Nurkic, I don't think he'll be here much longer. I'm just not really sure which team would want him. And then Trendon Wofford, Cameron Reddish, and then Ryan Rupert as well, who I want him, actually. I kind of want Ryan Rupert to start, to be honest with you. Jonathan Isaac is cool, but I don't know if we'd be planning. I guess we should probably just go, yeah, we're going to run a 10-man rotation, but I kind of want Ryan Rupert to just start. Like, I just want him to be good right away. So we're going to have Isaac come off the bench, and we'll have Shaedon Sharpe come off the bench as well. So it's going to be something like this, where Isaac will get 21 minutes, and then we'll go Shaedon Sharpe as a 6-man, because I think that's where he'll go, as Simons will still start. And we'll start Ryan Rupert at the 3, which I like. So we'll do something like that. Shaedon Sharpe with 30, and then Simons, we need him to get a little bit more minutes as well. So something along the lines of that. And then I want to look at shot tendencies going into the season. We're actually at 3.5 perimeter centric still, which is quite surprising. But if we look at our shot tendencies, Simons, obviously want that to go up quite a bit. Scoot Henderson is great. Shaedon Sharpe, we're going to push this up to like an 85, something like that. I'll probably stop the deadline to try to move Nurkic. I just don't know what team is going to want Nurkic's services. It's going to be very tough to move on from him. I mean, imagine there's a world where Portland would have to offload a draft pick in order to dump Nurkic, because I don't think his contract is very appealing to most teams. But we'll see what happens. Let's simulate this season. We'll see how things go. And, well, hopefully we end up being pretty good right away. I don't think so, but, you know, I could be surprised. So at the end of the season, Brendan Miller actually won Rookie of the Year. So it looks like the Charlotte Hornets actually made the right decision. But regardless, let's go look at the all-rookie first team. So you got Brendan Miller, Scoot, and then Vic, Chet, and then Keontae George. And here's your all-rookie second team. Ryan Rupert made it, which is great to see, especially after being our second-round pick. But let's see what Miami's doing. So Miami is in the play-in with Damian Lillard. Very interesting. But if we go take a look at the player stats, we had 22 from Anthony Simons, 22 from Scoot, 16 from Shaedon Sharpe, and then 13 from Ryan Rupert, which is great. 10 and 9 from Nurkic, or almost 10 and 10. I haven't traded him yet because like I said, it's going to be really tough to trade him, but we'll see what happens in this offseason. So let's see what happens. We're not in the playoffs here. Let's see if Dame makes the playoffs with Miami. So Miami does get in. Let's see if they can go on and win a championship in year one. So I'm rooting for him. Let's see what they get eliminated by Cleveland. So never mind. And they're going to have LA and the Celtics, the finals that everyone wanted this year, but we didn't get. Not that I wanted, by the way. I think, you know, obviously the guys that care about the ratings apparently wanted. But Celtics beat the Lakers in 6 games. Let's get in this offseason. So heading into the draft lottery, I'm not really sure where our cards fall here. So we're projected Orlando's pick, which I think was top 4 protected in that Tyler Hero trade, which again, I'm not really sure Orlando would even do something like that. And then we have our pick, which is projected the 6th overall pick, which it says it goes to Chicago, but that's not actually the case. So let's see if we can get some lottery luck here, as Portland's pick is going to jump to 4, and then we have the 10th pick via Orlando. We also have Miami's pick at number 19. So it's all good. We got 3 picks in this draft, which is exciting, so we can add more talent to this team. You got Oklahoma City number 1, and then which is actually not true, or maybe it is true. I don't know. Maybe yeah, I think it is true actually, or maybe it's protected for the Rockets. I'm not really sure. And then you got the Spurs. And then that pick is protected. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Houston's pick is protected, and so is Charlotte's pick. So I'm going to fix that. And then Washington's pick is protected as well. 2K, you got to fix these protections, man. It's quite annoying. So now we got that all fixed up. These are the picks we're walking into the draft with. So we got 4, 10, and 19. So let's jump straight into things. So we got number 1, Zachary Richner, or however you say his first name, goes to Houston. You got Matisse Buzelis, I think is how you say his name, goes to the Hornets. And you have Bronny James going to the Spurs. And then for me, we need big depth. So I think I'm going to be taking Xavier Booker here at pick number 10. That would be our pick 4, I should say. That would be our brand new center for this team. And then at number 10, we have Alex Sarr, we have Ron Holland, we have KJ Evans, who honestly, KJ Evans with being 6'10 might be my pick here. So I think I'm going to go with KJ Evans. Alex Sarr wouldn't be too bad either. Get some more big depth if we wanted to. But I'm going to go with KJ Evans, who's 6'10. I feel we can move him to the 4, and he could be pretty versatile with that. So, in that pick number 19, you got Morris, you got Trey White, Caleb Foster, Damian Collins. Give me Damian Collins here. So, that'll be my draft. We got some wings, we got some bigs, which is desperately something we needed. So, at number 10, we got KJ Evans. There definitely was some better selections. And then, could have drafted like Ron Holland, but I've gotten him in the past, and Damian Collins is only 69 overall, which kind of sucks, but hopefully he progresses nicely. So, Booker's the main addition to the team. Player options. Jonathan Isaac, I'm going to decline, I think, 6 points per game. Yeah, I'm going to decline Jonathan Isaac because I want Ryan Rupert to be a huge part of what we do at the 3 spot, but maybe he never progresses well. We'll see. And then free agency, Jonathan Isaac, Cameron Reddish are both free agents, which I don't plan on bringing either of them back, I don't think. So, unless we do decide to. But Scoop, Simon, Shaedon Sharpe as our guard rotation, which I love. And then Rupert, Duncan Robinson, KJ Evans, Jaime Jaquez, and then Chris Murray, Nasiri Little, Booker, Nikola Jovic, Jabari Walker, and then we have Eubanks, Wofford, and Nurkic. So I'm going to move Booker to the center right now. He's going to be our starting center. And we'll have, what does KJ Evans do if you move him to the 4? I think he might go up. No, he stays. He actually goes down a little bit. But we're going to move him to the 4 anyway. And I'm also going to move Trina Wofford to the 4. So it's just a matter of figuring things out on how we're going to do positions. So we got our guard rotation set. It kind of depends on how Ryan Rupert develops, if he's going to be our starting 3 going forward. But Nasir Little, Nikola Jovic, KJ Evans, there's just so much going on at this 4 spot. I might move Nasir Little to the backup 3. I think that's going to be a little bit better. So Nasir Little is going to move to the backup 3. And then this is what we'll be rolling with going into next season. Free agents don't come to Portland. I mean, we could make a big trade right now. We do have the assets to do so. But I kind of just want to see how development treats us first, and then we'll make a trade. So don't plan on bringing anybody back. I'm going to let both Isaac and Reddish walk. And then we might make a trade at the trade deadline. So just go straight to player progression. Let's roll with the young guys that we have. And let's let Scoot, Shaedon Sharpe, and Anthony Simons cook, basically. And then Booker will be a huge part of what we do. So you got Simons up to an 87. You got Scoot up to an 87. Shaden Sharp up to an 85. Nurkic, Nasir Little, Ryan Repairs up to a 76. So he went up 3 overall, which is amazing to see. Jovic is up 2 overall. So a lot of good development going here, so which I love, which is great. So that's what we want to see. Let's get into this next season, look at this rotation, and see what we're about to look like. I want to move Nurkic at the deadline if we can. That's kind of my game plan. That way we open up the door for Xavier Booker to start. I think that's going to be the best thing to do going forward. So if we can move Nurkic at the deadline, that's probably what I plan on doing. So let's see what we're about to look like going into this season. So we got Scoot Henderson, Shaden Sharp, Nasir Little, Trent Wofford, Nurkic, Simons, Xavier Booker, Drew Eubanks, Nikola Jovic, Ryan Repair, Jabari Walker, Jaime Jaquez, KJ Evans. So a lot of good young players here. But they want to start Nasir Little. I'm gonna personally start Repair still. I want Ryan Repair to still be the starter. So we'll go something like this, and then we'll have Ryan Repair get the start. And I'm actually going to kick Drew Eubanks out of the rotation completely now because there's no need for him to start. So let's go to a 9-man rotation. No need for Eubanks to be in the rotation anymore. So I'm going to fix this up, and I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. So we'll do something like this, and that will be our rotation going into the season because Booker's the brand new backup center. So that leaves Jabari Walker, Jaime Jaquez, Chris Murray, all the rotation, unfortunately. But Scoot, Shaden Sharp, Repair, which, again, I'm going to have Simon still start. Sharp will still be that 6-man. So Repair, Watford, Nurkic, Shaden Sharp, Booker, Nasir Little, and Nikola Jovic. So we'll roll with that. We'll see how things go. We're probably not going to be very good still, but at the deadline, let's make some moves and let's see what we can turn this team into. So at the end of year number 2, I decided not to still make any changes to the trade deadline. That being because Nurkic, Jaylen Brown's a 76er, by the way. That's kind of wild. Something I never would have expected. But the reason why is because Yusuf Nurkic and Simons will both be expiring contracts this offseason, which is going to make them easier to move. We're not a playoff team just yet. We're definitely going to be making the necessary moves to turn us around this year, but Nurkic being expiring, and then Simons being expiring, so we'll see what we're able to do with him. And we'll probably roll with Scoot Henderson and Shaden Sharp for the future. But let's see who wins the finals real quick. And I think I just showed the player stats, but let me show you how we finished. So we finished up at 32-50. So once again, pretty bad. As you have the Lakers go on and win the championship. LeBron James probably going to retire on a championship. No, he's not done yet, but let's go to the lottery. So draft lottery time once again. I don't know what picks we're going to have. I know we have our own pick. It's projected pick 6 again, and then that's it in this lottery. So we're projected, or we get number 9. So we fell to 9. Miami has pick 2, which, in my opinion, if Portland made a trade with Miami, that would be a pick swap. This pick would be swapped for sure, but it's whatever. I'll leave it, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, but I feel like that'd be Portland's pick because if, 2K actually let you do pick swaps, then 100,000% the Blazers would swap that pick, and Miami would obviously not have that pick, and that would be Blazers pick probably if the trade were to go down anyway. But we have number 9. We have some future picks. It's time to get to work. We're going to try to use Simons in Nurkic's expiring salary. I almost passed the coaching staff, which I didn't, thankfully. So let's go to staff signing. Let's fill this out real quick. Let's get a new head coach, and let's start to rebuild this thing properly. I mean, no, even though we already kind of started rebuilding, obviously, but give me Mike Brown, who's done an incredible job in Sacramento. And let's go get ourselves some good players for Nurkic and Anthony Simons. Maybe, if we trade Simons anyway. I'm trading Nurkic 100%. When it comes to a Nurkic trade, I literally have no idea who's going to value use of Nurkic like that. But I'm going to be trading Nurkic in pick 9 to get off his contract. We get Alex Sarr, who could be a really nice backup center to Xavier Booker. Dude takes CJ McCollum's terrible contract as well. He'll be a nice mentor. He'll continue to regress. He won't be in the rotation, but having him back in Portland's kind of cool as well. This trade isn't perfect by any means, but basically getting a nice backup center and then Nurkic's contract. We also traded pick 9. I get that, but I'm going to use Simons to make another big trade. So I think I'm going to use Anthony Simons here. That way we can have Shaden Sharp and Scoot Henderson be the backcourt of the future. We've tried it with Simons, which we haven't made the playoffs yet. So Simons the last year of his deal. We could probably trade him, get somebody pretty good for him. So that's probably the plan now. So I'm going to try to get Jaren Jackson from the Memphis Grizzlies. Both Simons and Jackson are expiring deals. We got KJ Evans and Simons for Jaren Jackson. Let's see what they say. They don't agree right away. Let me see if I can do this without including a single first. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'll include a Miami first. That's our Portland unprotected. But let's include this Magic first, and then let's include that Miami first. We're not even trading our own first yet. Let's see what they say. They don't agree. Okay, we're not there yet. And then is there anyone else I can throw in this trade? Nasir Little maybe gets it done. So let's say it's none of our picks. We could trade KJ Evans and Nasir Little. I think this is a done deal. They agree. So we get Jaren Jackson in Portland to be our brand new power forward. And he still kind of is on the young timeline of Shaden Sharp. and Scoot Henderson, and that's gonna be perfect. Then CJ McCollum could use his expiring contract somewhere else if he wanted to. So Nurkic is off the team. CJ could be a nice mentor this year, and we'll see what we do with the rest of the squad. But we have our starting point guard, shooting guard, power forward, and center figured out after that. So let's go straight to player options. We're gonna have Scoot, Shaedon Sharpe, Jovic, Jaime Jaquez, Chris Murray. We're accepting all those. Qualifying offers: Repair, Jabari Walker. I definitely want Ryan Repair back. He's been great here, so if we can get him back, that'd be awesome. He's going to be asking for, it doesn't even say because I don't have his bird rights, apparently, according to 2K, but I definitely do. And we do have money in free agency as well. Portland doesn't attract free agents necessarily, but we'll try to maybe use it. Jaime Jaquez up to a 75 overall. Jaren Jackson, Jovic, which is great. And then we got Booker and Sarr. So I like that center rotation, like our power forward rotation. So it's mainly the guard rotation and our starting small forward spot if we want to figure things out. So small forward: Isaac Okoro, Kenyon Martin, Jaden McDaniels, Corey Kispert, Josh Hart, former Blazer, where you have like John Collins, Aaron Gordon, Patrick Williams. Vanderbilt, Trey Murphy. I do love me some Trey Murphy. If we could get him in Portland as our starting 3, I'm down. But Herb Jones would be cool as well. Either one. I want Herb Jones or Trey Murphy 100,000%. So let's see. Do I want Trey Murphy? I feel like Herb Jones is better overall, and he's just probably a better point of attack defender. So give me Herb Jones at that starting 3 spot as our small forward, and that would be perfect. So Herb Jones, we are going to steal another forward from New Orleans, and then let me get a good guard off the bench because CJ McCollum is going to go down in overall. Let's get Terrence Mann, maybe. Let's give him a 2-year deal to be our backup guard, and then we're going to have to re-sign Ryan Repair. So unless I have to renounce, okay. If we have to do that, I'm not going to renounce Ryan Repair. So maybe CJ has to be the backup guard, or we have to get like a cheaper guard. Maybe Devontae Graham won't go down overall too much. We'll give him like a minimum, maybe. Maybe he'll stay a better overall than... Not going to renounce Ryan Repair. I want him back. So where is Repair? Does he want a contract? We might have to wait till he just accepts his qualifying offer and then re-sign him next year. Does it let me re-sign him? It does not. So yeah, we got to wait till next year. So Ryan Repair should come back as qualifying offer, and we should have a set rotation set in stone. And honestly, I think we're going to be ready to be a playoff team next year. So rotation going into this season is Scoot Henderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Herb Jones, Jaren Jackson, Xavier Booker, Ryan Repair, Alex Sarr, CJ McCollum, Nikola Jovic. So CJ is actually still going to be good enough to be a rotational piece off the bench, which is cool. So, I mean, it would be cool if we got a ring with CJ still here. Obviously, it would be cool if Dame was still here as well, if we won a championship, but it is what it is. I mean, it would be kind of funny if I could sign Dame. I don't know how many years he has left in his contract. He has probably a player option next year, which he's going to accept that 100%. So I guess we get to the point where he's 37 and he'll sign a minimum to come back. I would bring him back, but I don't know if we'll get that far. So let's summate this season. Let's see how we do. And hopefully we're a contender in the West after all the moves we've made. So we're starting the trade deadline at 24-31 on the season, and I want to take advantage of CJ McCollum's contract while we can. It's an expiring deal worth $30 million. I want to be able to bring someone in who can help us right now. So I'm trying to get to the playoffs this year. I'm trying to be a contender, and the simulation is on our side at the moment. So I want to see, let's just get Anthony Simons back. Probably should have just done that, but no. Chris Middleton, Pascal Siakam, not really what I'm looking for. I want to be somewhat young still. I actually have an idea of trying to get a certain player off Detroit who they have right now, and that is Nick Claxton. So if I can get Nicholas Claxton and put him next to Jaren Jackson and then have Herb Jones, like the defense, that would be kind of nasty. So CJ McCollum, Claxton's only worth 3 stars right now. I'll give you Alex Sarr as well as a throw in because I feel like he's going to be needed in this trade. And then Brandon Goodwin, who should have no trade value. And then let's say it's just that for Claxton. They agree. Let's go. We got Nick Claxton now, and Nick Claxton's our brand new center. Herb Jones is cold for some reason, but that moves Booker to the bench, and then Jovic, Devontae Graham as a rotation. But I feel like with Claxton coming in, that should make us way better. Definitely sucks that Herb Jones is down in overall. Maybe I should have signed Trey Murphy. I don't know, but maybe we can fix Herb Jones' shot tendency. It's only a 40, which is kind of disgusting, but let's push it up to like a 70. I don't know if it's going to change anything, but hopefully it does. But we got Claxton 24-31 on the season. Hopefully we just shoot up the board and, climb up the standings. Or a playoff team in the West. So unfortunately, my dreams of making the playoffs this year were not going to happen. We're still not a playoff team, so the playoff drought continues for this Blazers team. But I feel like if we just go into next year, things are about to turn around. I think we're about to be a team that is a contender next year. I think give this team a full season together, full offseason together. More development is going to be on our side. I have a good feeling about this. So let's go straight to the lottery. Actually, I feel like we've traded all of our picks at this point. So the Bulls have our pick, which... to technically we're supposed to have it again because the pick is like lottery protected forever. So I'm gonna get that pick back because like I said, Portland's pick is lottery protected like 2028 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's, I don't remember, but I know it's lottery protected for a very long time. So gonna get these guys here, and then we're going to get our pick back at a young player, and we're probably just gonna run it back with this team. I don't think I'll be changing too much at all because I'm pretty confident this rotation is gonna eventually do something. At the end of this season, Scoot Henderson makes an All-NBA second team, which is really cool to see. 27 points on 11 assists, 45% from 3. Here's your NBA third team, all defense first team, and all defensive second team, which gets Jaren Jackson on here, which is great. First in the Western Conference, ladies and gentlemen. I had a feeling we would turn it around eventually, but 27 and 11 from Scoot Henderson, 25 from Shaedon Sharpe, 16 from Jaren Jackson, 14 and 8 from Booker with a block off the bench. Herb Jones with 12.5, 12 from Ryan Repair, 7 from Claxton, and 9 rebounds, and then 6 from Jovic, and you had 3 from Alvarado, who was our backup point guard. So we get the Golden State Warriors in round 1. They have Case and Wallace for some reason, Steph, Lauri Markkanen, Miles Bridges, Sandro as their starting center. I refuse to lose to a team that has Sandro as their starting center. Please take care of business. Game 1, 1-0. Beat them pretty good. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, they do win. Okay, please don't let them win another one. Okay, 3-1, and we beat them in 5. Yes, we do. Let's go. And now we get the Denver Nuggets. So Denver, we don't have to deal with the Thunder, which is great. We get Jamal Murray, JJ Starling, Michael Porter, Gordon Jokic. So the only thing that's really changed, and they have Vucevic, Ron Holland, Christian Brown, Andre Drummond, Jason Preston. So a pretty solid team in Denver. The only thing that's changed is obviously KCP is no longer the starter, but JJ Starling is shooting 45% from 3 in the playoffs. So that's basically KCP, but just a lot younger, 23 years old. So let's go game by game here. Game 1, they do win. In game 2, we even it up though. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, 3-1. Do we beat them in 5 and make it to the conference finals? First time we made it to conference finals since that year they made it to play the Warriors in the conference finals. Got swept, and you got Damian Lillard on the Spurs. Very interesting. So Dame signs with the Spurs at the age of 36. I would have loved to have gotten him in free agency because he actually declined his $63 million player option, believe it or not. But he was still asking for $40 million, so it would have literally been impossible for me to get Dame. But maybe we trade him and he comes back on a minimum or a cheaper contract later down the years of the line. I have no idea. I guess it's definitely a possibility. Game 1, 1-0. I hate to send you home, Dame, but I might have to, man. Even it up though, so Dame's not going home without a fight. So far, we've dropped every game in every round, and now we've dropped 2 in this one. Can we win game 5? We cannot. Damian Lillard might be sending us home, and he might be waving us by twice now. So let's see if we can win game 6 and then go to game 7 and take care of business. So it looks like we have game 6 in the bag, but they are creeping back in just little by little. Very close game, kind of, and we do take care of business. So Scoot 37. Now I have a game 7 to see if we're going to make it to the NBA Finals over Damian Lillard. So I hate to do this to you, Dame, but I'm on the Blazers and not on. Oh, wait a minute. Very close game. Please hold on to the lead. And we're going to the NBA Finals. So Scoot versus Paolo Banchero in the NBA Finals. Orlando versus Portland. They have Lonzo and Tyler Hero, Jet Howard, Paulo, Christian Wood. They no longer have Franz Wagner, and they have Christian Wood as their starting center. So we made it all the way here. Now, can we take care of business? Game 1, 1-0. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, 2-1. 2-2. Can we win game 5? Yes, we can. And can we win game 6? Are we going to win game 7? Game 6 to win a championship. And we do win a championship. We have won a championship with the Portland Trailblazers to end the video. Scoot is your finals MVP. Man. I'm glad we were able to get that done. And I threw together a roster that Portland will never be able to throw together in real life. So, like I said, this is probably never going to happen. But, again, I hope you guys enjoy the video regardless. We got more rebuilds to come. I'm glad I got that one out of the way. I can just not focus on the Blazers anymore. They're out of the way. We don't have to talk about them again until they maybe do something. I don't expect anything at this point. I expect Damian Lillard to probably be traded. It sucks. When that day comes, I'm going to be a very sad man. But it is what it is at this point. Just got to accept what's happening. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Let me know down in the comment section below which rebuild you want to see next. This Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.